guys. Colts are open if anybody wants to grab them. This is number 2 on Jumbo, and then we'll get into the case. And I'm sure we'll be priced better than 99% of people in that case. Alright, hopefully I can move through these base cards a little bit quicker this time. Got an idea of where they all are. But obviously there's big hits to pull, but a lot of your value is going to be coming out of these packs, and hopefully we can pull something numbered or an autograph out of those this time. First box, we didn't have any numbered. Alright guys, good luck. From what I've seen, the spread that we pulled out of the first box was pretty standard. Kind of surprised that there's not more numbered cards per box, but there's a lot of non-numbered parallels that are hobby exclusive, like that glitter. And some of those glitters can be a short print from what I was seeing. Hertz bronze. That one is numbered. That is the 2026 one, I think. Yep. 570 out of 2026. Jalen Hurts for the Eagles. Philly on the board. Then we got a glitter Bucky Irving for the Bucks. Glitter. What are you doing?
Come here.
Come on.
Get out of here.
Alright. Puka. Which one is that? Greatest hits. And more base off the back. There was some preseason football on. It's still on, but looks like nobody's playing starters. That stuff is hard to watch. If there's like an interesting rookie playing, then yeah, it's not a bad watch. But some of these guys, they're not even going to make the team. Genty. Kevin Coleman. Wonder if he's related to Tevin Coleman. Casey Concepcion for the Browns. Jordan Coleman. Carson Beck. Makai Lemon. Throwback Max Clare. Hollow Cortland Sutton. All hail the champion. That's pretty cool. Sam Darnold for the Seahawks. Haven't seen that one yet. Base. I'll probably put the case up this evening when people aren't out and about doing stuff. But $6 jumbo case. I'm gonna try to go at it full case. I really don't want to split it up. I'd like to do it all in one case. But it's not crazy expensive either. I would say 75% of the teams are under $100, which for a $6 case is pretty good. Triples, Ricky Pearsall, that dude can't stay healthy. Tedder McMillan, future stars. And if you were in our gold standard mixer, I shipped that out this morning. There we go. Caleb Williams, player worn. 1991 Topps Relic. So a little throwback. Glitter, Dog Pound for. That's pretty cool. Cleveland. Junkyard Defenders. Caleb Williams. Yeah, we had to do a yard sale this morning, and that'll be the last yard sale that I ever do. Nothing like waking up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday. Jackson Dart, Future Stars, Tucker. Cade Klubnik. Ted Hurst, Caleb Downs, Mike Washington. Yeah, we're going to need some breakouts this year. Broncos, Jonah Coleman. 35th anniversary autograph. It's pretty clean. Unfortunate that it's a sticker auto, but it's a clean looking card. That's the 1991 throwback. Jonah Coleman. Packers on the glitter. Greatest hits, Bijan. That's pretty cool. That was his 93-yard touchdown one versus the Rams on Monday night. That was a fun one. They whooped that ass that night. Hopefully we can get some rookies breaking out from this class. If not, 2026 product's going to get carried a lot by veteran and retired signers, which Topps definitely has the signers to carry product, which will be a nice switch up since they started stealing them all from Panini. But Spencer Fano, that one's at a 2026 for the Browns. But good news is next year's class is going to be strong. Caleb Banks, Ring of Honor, Tom Brady. Colston. Arch Manning will be big next year, and I think we got a strong list of quarterbacks coming out next year. There's another kid out of Oregon, I think. Let me look at Tankathon. Obviously, this board moves like crazy once the season starts, but that is not what I wanted. Big board. Here we go. Yeah, so they got Arch, number 2 overall, Dante Moore out of Oregon, Julian from Ohio State, CJ Carr out of Notre Dame, Darian Mensah out of Miami, and Drew Mestamaker, Oklahoma State. All those guys are top 25 prospects. So 6 quarterbacks in the top 25 prospects, 3 in the top 10. So next year's class is looking good. Jeremiah Smith out of Ohio State, Cam Coleman out of Texas, some good wide receivers. Not much at tight end, but next year's class looks promising. And hopefully Tops can get back to the regular schedule. Like before COVID, each draft class was pretty much done in April. Like Flawless Football would come out in April. And then there'd be some lag time and some collegiate products that would come out over the summer. And then August, the new class would start. So they hit the August point. Hopefully they can keep it. Get back to a better schedule. Instead of having products coming out 5 years after that draft class was drafted. Fernando Bass, Jordan Tyson, Skylar Bell, Kyle Mongai for the Bears, Baker. Chris Johnson, Caden Wetchen, Avian Terrell, Sonny Styles, Deion Burks. I forget what that variation's called. It's like a team name variation for the Colts. Seth McGowan, Glitter, Kenneth Walker, Bijan, all Tops team, Nick Benito. We're just trying to stay cool this Saturday. Once noon hit, it's like you can't even stand outside. It's at 105 degrees outside, I think. I do not envy all the people that have kids and soccer and baseball or whatever's going on right now. I can't think of anything more miserable than sitting at a ballpark. Gino in the Jets uniform, that was quick. CJ Williams, Caleb Douglas, Ty Simpson, another glitter, Tyler Odium, Malik Neighbors, Ty Simpson probably won't be playing for 2 years either. Carnell Tate, Bryce Lance on the throwback, Silver, Casey's Finest, Saquon Profiles, base. What do we got? One more pack, and then we got silver packs. There's more number variations than I thought in the silver packs. There's like, I think red out of 5, and then green, gold. Gold coming up. What is this? Really? I don't know what that is because the front of the card is exactly the same, but the back is gold. I'm sure there's some kind of name for it. So many damn variations, there's no way to keep up. Alright. There's another 2026 Malachi Starks for the Ravens. I bet we missed a couple of these in that first box. If I had to guess. I'm going to go back through and look here in a minute. Because what was that, the third one in that box? Nice one off the rip for the Cardinals, Carson Beck. Mekhi Lemon for the Eagles. Omar Cooper for the Jets. Tedro McMillan and a CD Lamb. Come on, give us some color. Caden Wetjen. KC Conception. Jonah Coleman. Tyler Warren and Jackson Smith-Njigba. Not bad, just nothing numbered. Nice Carson Beck off the rip. He'll be interesting to watch in Arizona. We'll see. Arizona's kind of, I feel like they're secretly tanking. Marvin Harrison Jr. needs to show something, that's for sure. He's been quite the disappointment. Alright, recap. Our autos, Jonah Coleman, Broncos. That was not numbered. Caleb Williams, player worn memorabilia. Dog Pound Glitter, KC, Carson Beck, Makai Lemon, All Hail the Champion, Sam Darnold. That might be short print. Bucky Glitter, Jalen Hurts out of 2026, Carson Beck, Makai Lemon, Omar Cooper, Caden Wetjen, KC Conception, Jonah Coleman, Malachi Starks out of 2026. Justice Hill with this gold back. No idea what that is, but it's something. Carnell Tate, KC's Finest, Ty Simpson, Seth McGowan with the team logo. Kenneth Walker Glitter, Bijan Topps team, Fernando Base, Ring of Honor, Brady. Spencer Fano out of 2026 for the Browns. Yeah, I'll go back to that first box and see if I missed some of those bronze 2026 cards, but definitely more numbered in that box. '35th anniversary autograph. Alright, I will put up the case this evening. It'll be a long break. It'll be like what? Was there 10 packs in a box? So it'll be like 60 packs. It'll be a lot of cards. Alright. I'm gonna flip through this real quick. See if I can't find some extras that I missed. Say anything off the rip. Yep, there's one for the Chargers. This is out of 2026. That was in box 1. Hard to miss on that one. But I'll do a deep dive, make sure I didn't miss anything else. Alright, I will see y'all for the case. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good Saturday.